There are few that I can say, or rather liberally use the word legend when they sit across me. And well, today is one of those days when I think there's that much in abundance that will actually dwarf anybody that sits across from this lady. Ma'am, thank you so much. It's a real pleasure to see you and meet you once again. And every time when I get a chance to be able to meet you, now few and far between, but every time we meet you, it's almost like a learning experience. So thank you so much for joining us on the show.
You're welcome.
So many years, ma'am. Every time somebody meets you, they've got all these big memories that they have of which Sridevi character they liked, which phase of your career they liked. Do you sometimes look at yourself in third person and just look back onto your work, that how much you've done over the years and how much you've sat at home maybe and reflected upon it? Do you go through that phase ever?
No, not at all. I always look forward.
When you came back with English, I think it was one of the most fantastic comebacks. I felt hungry in the film completely, because every time you're watching you cook over there, it was a very daunting task to take back. In hindsight, when you look back upon that role, some risks were taken with the comeback. Why? Because it wasn't like the grand comeback that you thought it would be prior to the release. Was there sweet satisfaction, even though there have been so many years since then? Once everything came out, did you have that Saturday, Sunday jitters when it released that time?
I believed in the movie and I believed Gauri, her vision, blindly. And when I heard the script, it really moved me. So it was not a conscious decision at all, but it just, I loved the script and I thought the audience can identify the character.
And on the Saturday and the Sunday, when those box office numbers started coming and all, I know that, with Boniji around, you probably maybe had to look at some box office numbers and all, but then it carried on and on and on and the world over. Were you pleasantly surprised with the...
Yeah, I was very surprised. I never expected the people to react so positively. I mean, they received very, very nicely.
And then, after that, everyone expected a signing avalanche that would probably happen, We'll see Sridevi everywhere, signing a lot of films and all. But there again, like the diva that you have been, you decided, no, I will take some time off and I'll come back in some time. And it frustrated a lot of fans, like us. We were saying, even now when it comes on TV, it's areva, the music was also fantastic, this was also fantastic, but it's been such a long time. Why then did you take another step where there was another halt in this juggernaut of your acting career?
Well, because after English, I was happy and enjoying the success of.
Yeah.
And I was in my own world and again back to my kids. And then Boniji came up with this one-line story, which it really moved me, it touched me, and I had a good feeling about the script. And I said, yes. And after that, they started working on the script. They signed Ravi. And it took time, almost 2 years, to put everything together. And the particular character, Nawazuddin Ji, we wanted him to play only. So we had to wait for him to finish his other commitments.
Now, when you say Boniji gave you this one line, is there a time that is taken and now when he'll narrate that one line to you, the discussion between producer and wife, is that a segregation between husband and wife and producer and wife? Does he say, Shri, I need 5 minutes, can I just narrate something? Would he say that to you? How does that work?
No. That all started, the producer and heroine relationship started after the film started. Before that, we are just normal.
So, but otherwise also, has your expectation of what the audience wants changed so a lot of stars go through this. When they've seen superstardom, and you've been widely proclaimed and, rightly so, as the first real superstar in cinema. There was a Rajesh Khanna and then there was you, when they say that, it's the truth. When you look back on the career, it's like Sachin Tendulkar's career multiplied by 4. So then when you come back, how do you make expectations realistic when you do cinema? Because the audience is still wanting the Sridevi of then. And they'll say, Arey, wow, we're seeing that zone. How as an actor do you change when you choose a second innings or, a different kind of zone where...
I always go by my instincts.
Right.
And when I hear the subject, I try to be in that character's shoes and think and it has to suit me and I have to feel comfortable doing the character. Not thinking what I had done and I wanted to do something. That will be foolish.
No, it's true, but actually the comeback has always been so inspiring. It's always there. When you say that, you they wanted a certain character like Nawaz. Do you watch a lot of cinema now? I know now we see lots of pictures of you going with your daughters, but otherwise, do you manage to go to the theater a
No,
lot
it's
and
been a
see?
long time. Of course, I do love to go with my kids.
Yeah.
I mean, we enjoy watching films in the theater. We always do that. But because thanks to the promotion, I was like
Very difficult
very
right now.
difficult. To,
Actually, I've noticed that the girls have a tough act to follow, and well, they're doing a good job so far. But is there a lot of mummy advice coming in? You know what to do and what to say, or you're letting them be?
what to say? तो बहुत दूर की बात है.
अच्छा.
Now they have not reached
Yeah.
that.
But they're there everywhere. The paparazzi is after them.
Well, I mean, I think they got used to that, and we are in that kind of environment, and we better get used
But I
to it.
always say this: as a mother, are you able to stop yourself to say, "No, I don't think you should wear that. No, I don't think you should meet this person. No, I don't think you should do that." Would you ever say that? Do you ever say that?
It's not like me saying, don't do that, don't wear that. It's always like the kids come to me, Janvi or Kushi, and ask me, Mom, is this fine or you want me to change? Or the same way, the other way also,
Yeah,
that sometimes I ask them.
Right.
So we are more like friends. Like,
Who's the fashion queen in the three of you?
as
Who would be
a fashion.
who would be the one who'll say this is the best and this is the best trend and this is the way, because they're very fashionable. I have to say that. You know, for somebody who's very low on fashion sense, at least I have an eye for it. But when I see that, who is the one who has the most idea of what is the right thing to
I
wear?
think they're very naturally, I mean, it's not that they just work hard or
Yeah.
to look good.
Yeah.
So they're very cool about it.
Yeah, actually, that's true. When you see them dress up, you actually realize that it's fantastic. Now, coming to the shooting, it looks like it was a tough shoot. Of course, temperatures being tough, and locations being tough, is psychological thrill always being tough. When you're on set, do physical difficulties on a set, do they matter at all anymore after somebody who's become such a seasoned campaigner? Does it make any difference at all, or are you just totally in the zone?
Yeah, I was totally involved. But especially, I mean, we were shooting for some sequence, and we didn't realize we started shooting at 7 in the evening,
Right.
and it went on till next day 10 o'clock.
Or in the daytime?
In
Wow.
the daytime, and we had to, the cameraman has to say, I think we can't shoot anymore, the
So light has
sunlight
come,
has
yeah.
come. So then we realized, my God, we shot. So we were so involved in the shooting.
Do you ever get extra pressure ever, knowing that, you know, there's a name attached, not just with me, but you know also that the husband's name's also attached with this. There's an expectation of what the people will have of Sridevi and this role, of the numbers that might be attached with this. Do they ever go through your head at all?
When I said yes to this movie, all these things we were not thinking. As an actor, I mean, it's been a very satisfying experience, and of course I think went by our heart, like, you know, not by mind thinking all these things. Of course, Boniji must have realized whether it is commercially.
Do you ever discuss commercials with him? Ever?
No,
Never. After so many years of being with Boni Kapoor, you don't discuss numbers with him.
We discuss about the script, about
Yeah.
the characters,
Yeah.
about the schedule, but I don't think so. Not
But as an
about-
actress who's been there for so long, I've seen converts. Let's say, I call them converts. A lot of the actors that I've known that have transitioned from the era of no social media numbers. Now everyone seems to understand, or at least understands the numbers given to them.
Yeah.
Have you not converted at all to wanting to maybe have a peek and have a look and see what it does and what's a good number for me and all that?
Not really, but I just hear it's the film is doing well.
Right. And here, when the film is not doing well, also I see
Yeah,
that.
that's-
I think that can always be a scare. Are you ever scared as an actor now? Is there a fear factor that could be there? Maybe not with audience acceptance, because that is irrelevant. But were you scared with English?
Not at all.
No?
I was excited.
Yeah.
I was really excited about the movie.
And now that Mom has come out, the trailers had a fantastic reaction. Everyone's been blown away. They want this thrill. Even the poster itself was superb. Did that surprise you with the kind of reaction that you got?
Yeah, I mean, not really, because Ravi wanted this way, the people to react and come and ask me, what is it? He didn't say anything, but are you a villain or Akshay is a that really, that reaction you're really happy to see from them.
Best reaction that you got from family within. Do your daughters feel free enough to comment on their mother's film?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah?
of course.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a time when it's going to be the other way around also, and that's going to come around very soon. So you better be careful of what you say to your mom. Whenever I think about a career, Wikipedia sometimes never loses hope. They have a lot of space to print. I mean, yours is one of the few careers that they just run short of space sometimes. Have you ever gone on your own Wikipedia page and figured out what they write over there?
No.
Never?
Never.
Are you social media savvy at all?
Not really.
Not really. Do you think now you'll have to be that so much of printing is happening and now it's a very different world?
Yes,
At the time when you were a
absolutely.
superstar, they would wait outside possibly this bungalow for that one glimpse. Do you miss that time? Do you think that time was better for a star or an actor?
Look, we have to change with the time. The times have changed.
Yeah. But if I asked you to compare this and then, which one would you prefer?
Well, I enjoy this also.
This also. Even a little bit of invasive is fine as long as it's within the boundary. So you've got Akshay Khanna, one of the very, I would say, perhaps at one time, very underrated actor. He was used wonderfully at one time and then he just again had a Gayab situation that happened with his life and then he came back in. Did you have a lot of interaction with him on the set?
Not really. But I really enjoyed working with him. Very few actors you come across in your life like this. Very dignified, very quiet. But he's very strong performer.
Yeah.
I always tell people when he's on the frame, people don't look at anybody than him.
That's amazing. That's high praise to come from you also.
Yeah.
In fact, you picked very strong performers with Nawaz and he both are very, very
Yes,
strong.
I
even
was
though-
on my toes the entire film.
Yeah. But I'm sure that Nawaz will have a slightly different story to say. Do you ever break the ice? Is there a breaking ice session that, Sridevi will do with if I sat with you, ma'am, if I'm on the first day, how would I approach you? Would there be a small session? Because we have to we carry the baggage of knowing that this is Sridevi. Do you have on a set in between shots or in between takes? You know how people have long gossip sessions or those kind of sessions, eating sessions. What is there on a Sridevi set?
ऐसे कुछ नहीं हुआ था इस फिल्म में. We were very normal.
Yeah.
And the scenes are very emotional and very engaged, so we never had time to joke around or anything. We were just following director's instructions.
And is one who easily trusts once the director's vision is there, once you're on the floor?
I'm totally a director's actor.
Yeah. So even your instinct, even if it goes against what is being said, you would still do what the director said. Is that?
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, you just give your vision, you just tell him what you feel, but he's the captain of the ship.
So was this a tough film at all for you to do, or because you were so immersed in it, it just went off before you knew it also? Was it one of those ones?
Emotionally, of course, it's quite draining.
Actually, there's a lot that we want to see also in the trailer also. There are a lot that is out there to be able to be visible. When the first reaction of seeing the film, what did Boni ji say when he saw the film? As a producer, when you're seeing that, are you able to watch your own film critically also and walk away from, the fact that you also are starring in it? Objectively, are you able to be objective about your own film?
Yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Did you like the first look of it when you saw it?
Yes, we
Or were there lots of changes? So I want to know this. When a producer and say supposing someone like you would watch it, would there be a huge amount of change from first draft that is ready to say the fourth draft?
No, not at all. We were yeah.
Really? You were bang on with the first shot
bang on
only?
the first shot only.
Mom, it is. If you haven't seen the trailer, you'll actually understand how it is. But four bits that we actually, when we saw the trailer that we came across, we'd want to know from Sridevi, ma'am. If a generation of today wants to become long career-wise in the industry, would you suggest that they should do a lot of reading and be completely prepped before they come into the industry, or not do so much of prepping and just let it flow when you come into the industry? There's always been two schools of thought: over preparation or under preparation. What would you say?
Look, I feel the actor, when they come into the cine field, first film, they know everything. They can dance, they can fight, they can act. It's something very great, and we all learned everything from after coming to
Correct. While you were on the job.
While we are on the job, but you can't do that anymore.
But do you think that takes away some of the spontaneity, which is why we're seeing
not at all. There are many actors now very spontaneous.
Do you have any favorites that sometimes you like watching on screen now from the younger
All of
generation?
them, all of them. Every time I watch each actor, I feel she's my favorite.
Really? Like that? Any kind of cinema now that you enjoy more or that you don't enjoy also? Do you like only the love story kinds of something or the horror variety that you don't like? Do you watch? What is the kind of variety? If I
Anything, something different, anything different. I watched this Hindi medium recently.
super film.
Super film.
Yeah, but did it scare you as a mother also? Because when I was watching it
Oh, it's
also,
so cute.
yeah, but I was scared about the education system in India. I keep fighting and saying how is it, it used to be so easy for us to study when we were younger. Now it seems like a real peril. A parental advice that you'd want to give anybody who's watching for a star mom or those people that possibly have strong careers, and when children come in with a golden spoon or a diamond spoon, what is the kind of parental advice that you want to give as a mom?
Mom, they're very sensible. You don't need any guidance for them. They're very focused, they're very hardworking. So,
And they're going to make a debut also very soon, your girls. Will you be more nervous for their debut than you are for...
yeah, absolutely.
Totally?
It's natural.
And that time, I think we'll see Sridevi ji also in full swing out in promotion. We'll take a little... actually, now it's time for us to go, sadly. This has been a whirlwind sort of tour with Sridevi ji. But Mom's trailers elicited a number of reactions. And it's been wow, wow, and wow everywhere. Hoping that this will have a huge impact on the box office as well. Some strong actors and strong performers in it. And thank you so much for joining us. We will catch you soon. Remember, this will be uploaded on the time of release on B4U Entertainment. It'll also be uploaded in all our social media handles, whether it's the official B4U on Twitter or even on Instagram. Take care and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.